bass out of it. And he said, oh. I didn't have to save our houses. But over there, there used to be a fish wharf, and it's called the Stanley Fish Wharf, and it's burned down now, but it's right down on the shore in South Harbor. And here's a picture of guys who worked there. This is maybe 100 years ago. I'll pass this along, you can see it better. But see, this is real old-fashioned clothes that people wear. And remember that Bob Newhart show where there's three brothers who come in?
Yeah.
Daryl. Over in the corner here is four brothers named Robert. That's really true. And that fish wharf, before electricity, how would they keep the fish fresh? You could saw it down, but basically you try to ice it down. And there'd be ice available at the wharf where guys could take it with them when they went to the sea to keep the ice, keep the fish fresh. How would they get ice down there? It's all woods up and behind. Well, back about half a mile up from the wharf there's a couple of ponds, and those would freeze over in the wintertime. So in the winter they'd go there with horses and saws and everything. They'd saw the big blocks of ice. How would they get the ice half a mile down there? They'd build a big sluiceway, and put the big blocks of ice down there like a toboggan thing. And this buoy up here, the white and the green and the pink one, that belongs to Tucker Sperling. And he grew up just not too many doors up from the fish house. And he said it was really fun when he was a little kid to ride those blocks of ice down. But he said you had to be sure to jump off before the ice went into the hole. Anyway, okay, so that's the, yeah, we have about 50 lobster fishermen in Southwest Harbor. I think there's maybe about a dozen people in Bar Harbor. And you probably saw some boats like this, did you? Okay. And, but this is a really, Hinckley yachts used to be built in Southwest Harbor. And that's one of the top yachts in the country and in the world. And they start at $350,000 and they go up to a couple million. And if you work at the company, you can buy one of their sweatshirts real cheap. Henry Hinckley started the company, and the logo of the company was a broken white circle with a white H in the middle of it. And that's also the logo up on the sails. If you ever see one like that. And when you see one of your friends at the post office with a Hinckley shirt on, you ask them, do they have a boat to go with a shirt? We think that's real comical. And so a couple of years ago, there was an older guy here with his wife and his teenage granddaughter. They were right in the front. Grandfather, grandmother, and the teenage granddaughter. And the man had on a Hinckley yacht. And so I asked him that question. And he said, actually, we own three of them. But he said, if we sell the last one, we're going to be buying a lobster boat. And the way the granddaughter acted, I think it was the first she heard of it. And she said, grandfather, why are you going to sell the Hinckley anyway and buy a lobster boat? And he said, well, it's one of the most seaworthy craft there is. This is what you're looking at here. The most seaworthy craft there is. And so that's a little introduction. This is actually smaller than what most people have now. This was built in the days when everybody's using wooden traps. And a wooden trap has two big advantages. One is a wire trap will cost you $50 to buy. Wooden trap you can build yourself for half of that, maybe $25. The other advantage of a wooden trap, after 7 or 8 years, then if you can't fish it anymore, then you sell it as a tourist trap. You have to sail around behind the ship when they go out. But those things weigh 70 pounds, and they only last 7 or 8 years. And here's a problem with anything wood that sets on the bottom, on a mud bottom. Yeah, there's creatures, and we call them worms, but they're not worms at all. They're more like clams. And it looks like they eat the wood, but that's not true either. They actually eat plankton. And they got a little shell there, like a clam, and it comes out of the mud in a larval form and goes into the trap, and then as he gets bigger, he uses his little shell and makes a bigger one for it, and eats the plankton. Yeah, I made a mistake once with a group off of a cruise ship, like 2 people, and I just was teasing them, see. And I said, look, is the hull of your ship made out of wood? Okay, here's the problem, it's one of these said it was. So I stopped asking that question. I don't know where she got the idea. Actually, they don't allow the full-time taping in this room.
Oh, I'm sorry.